Hello, everybody. Today we're doing a recap of the 2024 Canada Strongest Man competition. Canada Strongest Man this year was August 25th. It was a 1 day competition, which is strange. For as long as I've known it, it's always been either a 2 or 3 day competition, 8 or 10 events, which is brutal. They're gruesome, heavy, ridiculous events. But this year it was only 6 events 1 day. So bada bing, bada boom, get in and get out. But it was still only a week after Shaw Classic. So um, myself, Joey, and Wes, he was doing Strongest Man on Earth. We competed in that competition as well. So we were pretty banged up. Travel for CSM started a few days before. For us, we kind of had a weird flight schedule. We ended up getting into Montreal at 1 in the morning. By the time we got our bags and to the hotel at the airport, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. By the time we get to bed, we had a good sleep. Keelan got some pictures of me in the shower, which we will not post because my butt cheeks were pressed up against the stained glass, and you can see them, but it's and yeah. So the car rental opened up at 7 in the morning, so we slept in a little bit, went and got our pickup truck, and I ended up driving to the hotel where we stayed for North America's Strongest Man, looking for a shoe that I forgot. And it's a long story, but they had it, but then they lost it. So then I was out a shoe. So then we ended up driving to the hotel that we were staying at outside of Quebec City. Stayed there for the night, so it was cool. Caught up with some guys there. Went for supper. Joey, Wes, Paige, and Rachel. Tyler ended up showing up, and I think Lars with them. Well, we went out for supper anyways. And then went back to the hotel, and they had a pool there. No hot tub, but they had a pool, and it was nice and cold, so it was good. The competition was out in Saint Pamphile, or an hour away from our venue or our hotel. It's a huge lumberjack festival. They have agricultural booths there, lumberjack, food trucks, you name it. There's like thousands of people there. Nice little venue, good crowd. Decent weather for the most day. I qualified for Canada Strongest Man by placing second at Westerns. So that's how I got there. And again, my goal for CSM was to improve on my placing from last year. That's my main goal for any competition I go into, is to try and do better than I did the year before. I knew with these set of events that a podium was within my grasp. Ideally, I would have been training these events specifically, but for the most part, they were kind of in the competitions throughout the whole year for me, minus a couple implements maybe. So it's really nothing new, just basic strongman events. And we started with a max deadlift on the Cerberus Kratos bar. So at Westerns, we had a strong arm monster bar, same thing, 10-foot long bar, really, really whippy, really bendy. So I'm excited that we had so many max deadlifts. Or I'm happy that we had so many max deadlifts this year because it really shot my deadlift up. Um, I forget where my max suited. Well, my max deadlift last year at CSM was 815, and this year I pulled 900. So that's a huge improvement in one calendar year. Different bar, mind you, but still pretty good progression. We started at 730, then we went 780, 830. Yeah, we did a 50-pound jump. 830, 870, uh 900, and then Fred took the win at 925. So a lot of guys maybe underperformed for what they're capable of because it's been a long season. Some of us competed the week before, like I said, so we were pretty banged up. But yeah, I ended up hitting 870, which for me was a 15-pound PR from Westerns. And Mike Saunders came up on the mic and he said, how does that feel to hit a PR? And it's always amazing to hit a PR on game day at your national competition, or at your national championships. And then I was pretty amped up, so I said, let's go 900. And I don't know if that was actually the jump we were supposed to do, but I said, let's do it. And yeah, I pulled 900, but unfortunately, when I was pulling it, I partially tore something in my tricep or lat area. I felt it and I heard it ripping when it was going, and I kept pulling and pulling and pulling. And I probably held the lockout for like 10 seconds between my hitching and the judge not giving me a down command. I was locked out, wondering, oh, what do you want? What are you looking for? So I like rehitched it again, locked it out, And then he gave me a down command, and you can see me kind of grab my arm after, shake my arm, because definitely tweaked something, but I kept pushing on. So really, really happy with the 900-pound deadlift. I get a lot of flack from some guys, and I know it's out of, and I know, well, for some, it's just out of fun that, I could only deadlift with a suit, but hey, my best suited pull is 905, and I just pulled 900 raw. So, um, I'm actually pretty excited to see what I could do with a suit because I really truly believe I'd be very close at 1,000 pounds right now if I had to push for it. I hope I get the chance to do it. Maybe for a charity event or a max event next year or something, or host a competition for a max deadlift or something. Because yeah, I want to see if I can do 1,000 pounds. I think I can. Which um, when I first started strongman, my max deadlift was like 405. So I mean, in 6 years, I put 500 pounds on my deadlift, which is ridiculous. So I'm excited to see how far we can push it. Good way to start the competition. Ended up second place in that, which brought us to a truck pull. Usually, kind of a good event for me. Um, this one, it started easy. It had a really good. It was a 50,000 pound truck, but the weight is kind of irrelevant. It all depends on the surface, the grade, if it's high or low or hilly or holy or whatever. Started off really easy, and then at the end, the last like 6 feet, 8 feet was in like totally uphill. That was an event where every inch mattered, and at the end of the day, I think I might have tied someone, or someone tied on the exact same inch. And if I would have pulled it like 3 more inches, that would have been one more point, or 7 more inches would have been. Did I say 7 inches or did I say two? Like one more foot would have been 3 more points, kind of thing. So it was a very close event. I didn't place the best there. I think I got, yeah, 6 points. So still okay, which led us into a 1,000 pound super yoke. 65 feet. Yoke is kind of a hit and miss event for me. At Westerns, it went really, really good. I won that event. I didn't really think I was going to. The last time I did a 1,000 pound yoke was at the Shaw Classic, and it like crippled me. I only took it like 40 feet there and like 2 feet back. So I didn't go very far with it. So, this time I finished it 65 feet. I didn't drop it. I kind of botched the pick a little bit. I was too far back, I believe, because I wasted time on the pick. And then same thing that happened to me at CSM 2 years ago. I dropped the yoke like on the line, not over the line. So I had to go back, repick it, and pick it over. So between that and my crappy start, I probably lost about 6-7 seconds. So in that event, you can't have those mistakes, and that's on me. I got to make sure I go past the line on that event, and just really drill that into my mind for training and future competitions, because that's where you lose a lot of points. And I mean, I'm still happy. That's a PR for 1,000 pounds to carry that distance. I'm happy with that. I got 6 points in there out of 13 guys, so about mid pack. Definitely could have been better, but that's just how it goes. So that led us into the overhead press medley. Was a 200-pound dumbbell, 350 axle, 365 log, and then 250 dumbbell. And in warm up, my elbow again, same thing from tweaking it at the Shaw, did not feel good. I tried cleaning and pressing our warm up was the first dumbbell, so 200 pounds, and I couldn't press it. So I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a zero here. I was kind of just mentally preparing myself for a zero. So I went to the axle, and I think it's 280 empty. It's 1.5 inch, so it's a lot thinner than a normal axle. So I'm just trying to get a feel. Most guys are able to just power clean it because it's not a grip factor, because it's a smaller axle, but it's a fixed axle. So the weights turn with the bar, and that's the first time I've ever used an implement like that, and it definitely threw me off in warm ups. I went to clean it, and it came right on my hand. I'm like, oh boy. So then I went to the mixed grip to the belly, got it up. Okay, that feels okay. And then I was like, well, I don't think I'm getting to the log anyway. So I went to the log for warm ups, and it's, I think, 165 empty. So I cleaned it, I pressed it, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll just leave it there because I don't think I'm going to get to it. And yeah, the whistle blew. I got the dumbbell. It was a little painful, but I was able to get it. The 350 axle, I got no problem. Kind of misgrooved the first dip, but then I got it pressed away. And I think we had 75 seconds for this event, or maybe 90. I don't know. It felt like forever. So I just really took my time, really took my breathing in, got that in check for the log. It's a doable weight for sure. 365 is not really difficult for me, but I took my time, cleaned it, and it cleaned a lot easier than I thought. And I pressed it, but I pressed it out in front of me. I just wasn't expecting it to be that easy, and pressed it out in front of me, dropped it, went back, regathered myself for a second, and then I got it on the next attempt. And then I didn't even try the last dumbbell. Ran out of time, and it's just out of my wheelhouse after those first three implements. So the only mistake on that, I guess, is I could have went faster. I just paced myself, and I mean I still got third place in the press medley, which for me is kind of not really, that's uncharted territory for me in at CSM. So I'm very happy with that. It put me in a good spot. I'm going into the next event, which was the Sandbag steeplechase, kind of similar to what they do at World's Strongest Man. I think it was 40 feet or maybe 50 feet, 50 feet. I can't remember, 40 or 50, with a 300-pound sandbag, and then a 320, 325, 330 Cerberus Hustafel sandbag. Take the first bag over the bar, pick it up, load it to the platform, run back and do the same thing with the Hustafel. The bar was set pretty high. A lot of guys were struggling to get the Hustafel over the bar, so I knew I got to watch almost everyone go first. So I seen that as long as I can get the Hustafel over the bar, because they were doing distances, so it didn't matter how fast you're doing it, it just distance, or I mean, if you finish the event, then it was a time. But I knew a lot of guys got it all stuck at 75 feet because they couldn't get the Hustafel bag over. So I took my time, got it over, and then finished loading it. Wes put up a really, really good time. He was fast, and so did Gab. He was very fast as well. I got third in that event. So loading events is usually pretty good for me. Sandbag events are really good for me. The Hustafel bag is just a little bit a different bag. It's a little awkward. It's really dense. It's really short. Or this one's actually pretty wide, but it's short. So nice little addition, something different, going over a bar and then loading it to the platform. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So that was after that, we only had Atlas stones to go. So I think at this point I was in. Gab was in first, and he had a pretty hefty lead. Second was Wes. Colton was in third, and I was in fourth. But Wes was 1 point ahead of Colton, and Colton was 1 point ahead of me. So it all came down to stones, and I love that. If all the competition, all the all the marbles are on the table for um, podium, it all comes down to Atlas stones, and that's the most iconic event in strongman. I like to back myself as being one of the best stone loaders in the country, and also one in the world. Because the week before we did the Shaw Classic, it was a heavier stone run. So the stone run at CSM is a little bit more difficult because we're going to tiny little pedestals that are about this small, 6 inch in diameter, but they're 56 inches tall, right across the board. And I think ours started at 330, 350, 370, 390, 425 to 56 inches. So they're not the heaviest stones, but to 56 inches, it's a pretty difficult stone run. And yeah, it all the podium, the first was locked in. Gab was pretty much locked in for first, and then second, third, and fourth all came down to who didn't make any mistakes or who was strong enough to finish it and who put up the fastest time. So I thrive off of that. I love the competition. And like I said, I like to back myself as being one of the best in the country. And that's what I did. I had to go before Wes, Colton, and Gab. And I put up a decent time on the first four. And then I just took my time, retakied, and then hit the 425, and I got it, loaded it, no problem. It was actually pretty comfortable. I got to start triple extending. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm doing all my stones flat-footed recently, and I don't know why. So it's a little cue that I got to think of myself to triple extend because I'm losing inches on my height by not going on my toes. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. Still loaded it. I was pretty pumped up, pretty excited. That stone has eluded me for the past 2 years at CSM. Um, now officially, or now I'm only the second guy in the last 4 years to load that stone at the end of the run, and the other guy being Maxime Boudreau, who's one of the best stone loaders in the world. So to be in the same company as him, loading that 425 at the end of a run, at the end of a brutal competition, I'm happy, very happy, and yeah, that bumped me down from fourth place to second place, where I was the only one to load that last stone. Tyler was very close. He put up a really fast time for the first four, and he was very close on five. I thought he was going to get it, so he's right about there. And Gab, he almost had it. He had it extended halfway up and was kind of gassed out. And then Wes, I think he's still kind of dealing with a bit of a bicep shoulder tweak that he got on stones from North American. So I know he's capable of it too, but um, Colton put up a fast time for four, but he wasn't able to finish. So that meant at the end of the day, the points shuffled up. Ended up being Gab was in first place, I was in second place, and Wes was in third. So finally, I beat Wes. In 3 years, it took me to beat him, but finally, I beat Wes by a point. And last year, he beat me by 1 point or half a point. No, 1 point at CSM. Then at Ship again, he beat me by half a point. So I was closing that gap of beating him. And yeah, it's pretty cool to see. Came home with a second place trophy. So I can officially call myself the second strongest man in Canada. It's crazy. I thought last year I got fifth, so I just wanted to get a little bit better. I was hoping for maybe a third place finish. I was happy with that, but to walk away with the second place trophy, pretty surreal. I couldn't find the words when it happened because I didn't. I knew I was capable of it, but you just never know. It's been a long season dealing with injuries and tweaks and this and that and so many competitions, but to walk away with a pretty cool trophy at the highest level, one of the highest level shows in the country, is a pretty surreal feeling. I was very grateful to have Keelan join me this year at CSM. Last year she wasn't able to come, so I was kind of on my own, and even this year she was there filming for me, filming for YouTube, filming for other people. So she was kind of in and out helping me, but still just a little bit of extra help in between events, working the massage gun, helping you stretch out, grabbing something you forget. It all goes a long ways, and I wouldn't be able to do it without her. So I do appreciate it. And she's sitting behind the camera right now, tearing up, and it's okay. It's okay to cry. So I appreciate it. Yeah, she is. Yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty cool trophy. One I'm probably the most proud of, really. But that means that now the pressure's on me because now next year the only improvement I could do is first place. So the only thing I'd be satisfied with next year is winning it. So just gotta keep getting stronger, keep putting in the work, and it's definitely doable, definitely attainable. There's a lot of strong guys in Canada. A lot of new guys are making a lot of progress, and it's a little harder to close that gap. Day by day, keep putting in the work, and it's something definitely within reach. Just have to put it all together. So that wraps up my competition season in Canada. I was able to go and get some ultrasound done on my tricep and my lat, and fortunately nothing is fully torn, so just some partial tear in my tricep and lat. So I just have to take it easy for a couple to a few weeks, do some physical therapy, rehab stuff that I've been doing every day, taking things light until until we go full swing into the next competition prep, which is OSG in December. So December 6th, 7th, 8th, I believe. It's in Wisconsin. Last year I was 5th place there, so this year my goal is to podium for sure, to punch that ticket to Giants Live and potentially World's Strongest Man. We only know 2 of the events so far, 380 or 350 log for reps, and then a 1,000-pound car yoke. So 2 events that I have been doing this year. Just got to get stronger, get some few reps on the 380 because I know a lot of guys are going to be going for it. I know the winning number will probably be like 5 to 7 reps. It's something crazy. There's a lot of good pressers out there, so just got to keep getting stronger. It's a doable weight. Car yoke, 1,000 pounds is doable. I just have to be fast because there's going to be a lot of fast guys on that event. And then we just got to wait to see what the other events are. Hopefully they announce them within the next week or 2, so then I can kind of get that all programmed up and start putting in the work for that. So it's going to be a lot of training, a lot of heavy days, long days. I got a shutdown coming up in a couple weeks or 2 weeks, so I won't be training much there. But once the events are announced, we're full swing in. We're all the eggs are in that OSG basket this year. So I know there's going to be, there's already some heavy hitters signed up. We can see the ongoing athlete list, and it's getting more stacked day by day. So it's going to be a very exciting competition, and rightfully so. If you podium there, you deserve to be at Giants Live, no questions asked, or even Worlds. It's if you can compete there and podium, you're one of the best in the world. So that's the goal. Try and punch that ticket to the next level. So thanks for watching this recap video. We're gonna be putting in the work, and we're gonna be filming it. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, watch our training videos, watch the vlog. I think now we're actually monetized now, so we could start doing super chats. So if there's something you guys want to see or ask, or any kind of content you guys want to see from us, let us know. We're always up to filming something new. Usually we stick to the tried and true training vlog, but if you guys want to see something different, let us know, because we're always up to the challenge. And maybe we'll have to make some kind of a challenge, like a food challenge, or like me versus Keelan challenge. And if I win, I wax her back, and if she wins, she waxes my back or something. I don't know. We'll come up with something. So, well, you won't when I'm done. So, thanks for tuning in. Remember to ring that little bell, notification bell, turn it on. Make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much. It'd be cool to get there by the end of the year. That'd be pretty cool to see. So thanks for tuning in. I've said that 3 times now, so let's sign out. And remember, let's keep this train rolling.